This video is going to show you how to make activities using Seesaw. So if I were to go over to the right, I see that there's an activity tab. And when I click the activity tab, these are only activities that I've already scheduled. But if I don't have any or I want to create a new one, then I'm going to have to go to this plus where it says add. I'm going to click add and then assign activity, and that's going to bring me to my activity library. So there's 3 different parts. I can go to my library where I already have ones that are saved. If I have collaborators at the school or at our district, then you can click there. Sometimes it might not go though, so it's kind of hard to find. What I usually do is click on community, and that's a place where activities have already been created by people, and this is where I'm going to be able to look. If you are doing beginning of the year activities or people haven't used Seesaw before, you would click on this getting started. This one's just for 4th grade, but they have them for any grade. Remote learning for 4th grade, home learning ideas. There's a lot of great activities that you can do here. And then these are popular ones. If I wanted to find one specifically on, let's say, symmetry, I'm going to type in symmetry, and then all of these are going to pop up. And it looks like these are rated really well. I can just look and see how many teachers liked these. I like the idea of this one, though, this lines of symmetry, because this is more of what we're talking about. And so it's going to give you what this Mrs. Beckett person has. So if I like the idea of this one, I'm going to click the favorite button here. And then I'm going to click these 3 dots. So this is if I just want to add it. I don't want to assign it yet. But this one I want to copy and edit the activity. So I'm going to click copy and edit the activity. Now this is in my library and I'm going to post it eventually. So when I am making an activity for distance learning specifically, I found that it's better when I put the day. So let's say I have Thursday, and then we'll put, what's the first day of school? The date. And then I would put what the activity is. And this is a way where when you have a lot of activities, they're able to see it easier. I'm going to read through the instructions, and if I like the instructions that the other teacher already had, then I'll leave them. If I want to do something different, then I will add them in there. If I want to add voice instructions, I can do that. If there's a picture that I want to help students, then I can do that as well. And when I scroll down, this is the template. So this is what I liked in the beginning. So when students click on this activity, every person is going to get their own copy of this template, and that's what they're going to be working on. So I'm going to leave that how it is. But if I had a different template or something I wanted students to work on, I would exit out of this, and then it would go like this, like plus student template, and I would add that in. Down at the bottom right here, there are more options. So if I wanted to remind myself of something, but I didn't want the students to see, I would put this in the teacher notes section. And then down below here, there are skills. So I can click skills, and if there is something that I've already made a skill for, so let's say I put it for geometry, I can click whatever the skill is, and then I'm going to click save. Now I can click save, and now I have my activity ready, but I haven't assigned it yet. This is just set up so that I can assign it. So if I wanted to assign it, I'm going to click assign. And now it says, which class do you want to assign it to? I'm doing them for the next year's class. And this says edit students, folders, and skills. So if you forgot to add anything, I can go through. I only have this one sample student. So if I wanted to, though, if I had small reading groups or small math groups, I could just pick certain students. When I go to folders, these are all of the folders that I've created already. So I'd probably put it for math check-ins. When you have a Seesaw Plus or Seesaw for Schools, you get this fancy private teachers only one. So if a student posts something on Seesaw and you find that they did something inappropriate or something that you want to share with their parents, you can put it in the private folder, and then you can share that with them later. So let's say I want to do it for my math check-ins. Then I'm going to click over to skills. I see that I have a geometry here. So after I do that, I'm going to click the check, and now I can double check and I can see I have one student, one folder, one skill, and I can assign to one class. If I wanted to do it for a later day, I can click schedule, and then I can do the specific day and time, but I'm just going to do assign activity and then assign to one class. And now once I go back to my class, then it is going to be in my activities tab.